Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at the fascinating world of 3D,
Yeah.
specifically Unreal Engine and Twinmotion.
Huh?
Two really powerful tools that are changing like everything from games to movies to even like architecture and car design these days.
Right.
So we've got marketing materials from both of those and then a really interesting YouTube analysis that we're going to be looking at about Unreal Engine 5 and its impact.
Sounds good.
But before we even get started, I just want to kind of put out to the listener, have you ever like thought about your own experiences with 3D?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever just like been floored by the realism of a video game?
Oh, yeah.
Or like looking at a product in a virtual showroom and being like, I could reach out and touch that?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're going to kind of uncover the how and the why behind those experiences today.
I'm excited. Let's dive in.
Yes?
I think it's fascinating to watch these technologies that were once, only for these like high-end studios
Right.
that are becoming accessible to everyone. And tools like Unreal Engine and Twinmotion are giving creators in all sorts of fields the power to really visualize and interact with their ideas in ways that like we couldn't have imagined just a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean, let's start with Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Been around since 1998,
Wow.
which is older than some of the gamers using it today.
That's crazy.
I know, it's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
From its early days, powering the original Unreal to, massive leaps forward with versions 2, 3, and 4,
Mm-hmm.
Unreal Engine has just been this constant force in gaming innovation.
For sure.
I mean, think about like some of the biggest games that you've played.
Yeah.
Gears of War, Mass Effect, BioShock.
Oh, yeah, those are classics.
All of those like captivating visuals and the gameplay that was so smooth and
Yeah,
made possible by Unreal Engine.
that's right. Unreal Engine has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible in real-time 3D.
Right.
And each new version brought significant advancements, whether it's improved physics or AI or even cross-platform support. It's really shaped the gaming landscape that we know and love today.
Absolutely. And that brings us to Unreal Engine 5,
Right.
the latest iteration.
The big one.
Yeah. And it's not just like an upgrade. It's like a total
Yeah.
game changer.
I've heard a lot about this.
Yeah, with groundbreaking technologies like Nanite
Okay.
and Lumen.
Interesting.
And like Nanite, for instance, lets developers create these crazy detailed environments.
Really?
We're talking billions of polygons, which basically means a game world so intricate you could see like every leaf on a tree, every pebble on the ground,
Wow.
all rendered with this like crazy accuracy.
So Lumen is kind of the lighting element of this.
Yeah, Lumen totally revolutionizes how light works in these virtual worlds.
Okay.
It's like a virtual sun, basically,
Wow.
casting dynamic shadows and reflecting light so naturally.
Interesting.
So that means like if a character walks into a shadow, the lighting changes realistically.
Oh, wow.
And it just creates this depth and immersion that was like impossible before.
That's
But Unreal Engine 5 isn't just about the visuals.
right.
It's also about making it easier to create and manage those worlds.
Okay. How so?
Well, so there's MetaHuman Creator, which lets you create lifelike characters like almost effortlessly.
Oh, wow.
And World Partition makes managing massive open worlds super easy
I see.
by breaking them down into smaller chunks. So the engine only loads what's needed at any given time.
So it's all about performance.
Exactly. Even in these like super detailed environments,
Yeah.
our YouTube source highlights some really amazing examples of Unreal Engine 5 in action.
Oh, cool. Like what?
Like Black Myth Wukong, this upcoming game.
I heard of that one.
The visuals are insane.
Yeah.
It practically looks like you're playing like an animated film.
Wow.
And then there's packs today where players can create their own structures in this like hyper-realistic world.
Okay.
And the level of detail in those player-created environments is mind-blowing.
Really?
It's like watching these virtual architects at work
Yeah.
and seeing these examples really makes you wonder, like, what could you create with these tools?
All right.
Like, imagine building your dream home
Mm-hmm.
in a virtual space
Yeah.
or designing like a product prototype with super lifelike detail.
That would be cool.
The possibilities are endless.
It sounds like it.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning.
Oh.
Unreal Engine's impact goes way beyond gaming.
Okay.
It's being used in film and TV production,
Mm-hmm.
automotive design,
Right.
architecture,
Wow.
and even to create digital twins.
Digital twins.
Yeah, like virtual replicas
Uh-huh.
of real-world objects and environments.
Oh, interesting.
Remember that virtual clone of Adelaide?
I think I read about that.
That's a perfect example of how Unreal Engine can be used to create digital twins for like smart city planning.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Adelaide Digital Twin showcases the engine's ability to handle these massive data sets
Right.
and create these highly detailed 3D models.
Yeah.
This kind of virtual replica can be used for urban planning, traffic management, even disaster response. Yeah, offers incredible insights and the ability to run simulations.
Absolutely. And the YouTube source also kind of dives into the automotive industry where Unreal Engine's making big waves. So companies like Tesla and Genesis, they're using it for marketing and visualization,
I see.
creating these stunning visuals that showcase their vehicles in ways that we've never seen before.
So the automotive industry is really embracing Unreal Engine.
They are.
Because it lets them create these like photorealistic visualizations of cars both inside and out. Like imagine being able to experience a car virtually,
Yeah.
exploring its features, its design, all before stepping foot in a showroom.
Right.
This is how Unreal Engine is changing how we buy cars.
Exactly. And it's not just about pretty pictures either.
Oh, okay.
Unreal Engine is being used for in-car HMI systems.
What's that?
That's basically those interfaces that you interact with on your dashboard.
Oh, I see.
So vehicles like the Cadillac Lyriq Hummer EV, Volvo EX90, even the MG Cyberster,
wow.
all have interfaces powered by Unreal Engine.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So integrating Unreal Engine into in-car HMI systems is a huge shift for the automotive industry. Yeah. It opens up the possibility of creating like really intuitive and visually engaging interfaces that actually enhance the driving experience.
Yeah.
Like imagine a dashboard that seamlessly integrates with your navigation system.
Oh, okay.
Providing real-time traffic updates and 3D visualizations of your route.
Gotcha.
Unreal Engine makes that possible.
That's the future.
It really is.
And we can't forget the Rivian R1T's infotainment system,
Okay.
which uses Unreal Engine to create those really cool cel-shaded graphics,
Oh, yeah.
giving it that like fun, almost comic book-like feel.
I like that.
Yeah.
The Rivian R1T is a perfect example of how versatile Unreal Engine is. It's not just about total realism.
Right.
It's about that visual appeal that can be achieved through different artistic styles.
Right.
And Unreal Engine gives designers that flexibility.
It's pretty amazing to see how Unreal Engine is kind of bridging the gap between like the digital and physical worlds. It's transforming industries, empowering creators,
Yeah.
pushing the boundaries of what's possible in real-time 3D.
It's a really powerful tool.
It is, but Unreal Engine isn't the only player in this game.
Oh, is there something else we should be looking at?
Yeah, there's another tool out there that deserves some attention.
Okay.
And that brings us to Twinmotion.
Twinmotion.
Yes, this is user-friendly software that makes real-time visualization accessible to, like, everybody,
Oh, cool.
no matter what their technical background is.
Okay.
One of the best things about Twinmotion is its one-click sync feature.
One-click sync.
Yeah, it's compatible with all the popular 3D modeling software.
Oh, nice.
So you can just, like, easily bring in your designs and keep everything updated
Okay.
without any hassle.
So that seamless integration with existing workflows, that's what makes Twinmotion so powerful.
Right.
Because it gets rid of all that tedious data transferring and converting, allows creators to focus on their designs and iterate quickly.
Right, and for creators, that ease of use is essential.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here's the best part.
What's that?
Twinmotion is free.
Really?
For students, educators, hobbyists, and businesses making under $1 million in annual revenue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Epic Games deserves credit for making Twinmotion available to such a wide audience. It opens up so many opportunities for aspiring creators, students, small businesses to experiment with real-time visualization and unlock its potential for their projects regardless of budget.
Absolutely.
And don't think that just because Twinmotion is affordable that it lacks features.
Right.
No, the possibilities are vast.
Yeah.
From creating virtual tours of architectural designs to producing stunning product visualizations.
Yeah, we've got some really good examples in our sources.
Oh, like what?
Like Miramar Architects.
Okay.
They use VR visualizations to ease their clients' fears.
How does that work?
Like imagine being able to step into a virtual representation of your future home. Experience the space and the design firsthand before any physical construction even begins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a great example of how Twinmotion can bridge that gap between design concepts and client understanding
Right.
by immersing clients in a virtual model of the project.
Yeah.
Architects can effectively communicate their ideas, address concerns,
Yeah,
and really build confidence in the design.
totally. And then there's Julian Hardinger,
Oh,
who
okay.
uses real-time visualization to like speed up concept art creation for games and films.
Oh,
It's like bringing those initial sketches and ideas to life instantly.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's exactly why Twinmotion is so valuable for concept artists.
right.
It lets them iterate quickly, experiment with different ideas,
Right.
and present their vision in this like dynamic and engaging way.
Yeah.
This rapid prototyping capability
Yeah.
can really speed up the creative process and lead to more innovative concepts.
Absolutely. It's exciting to think about how you could use Twinmotion to bring your own designs and ideas to life, whether you're like a seasoned professional or just starting out.
Yeah.
This tool puts the power of real-time visualization right at your fingertips.
That's amazing.
But as with any powerful technology,
Right.
it's important to consider like
The downside.
the potential downsides.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our YouTube analysis raises some interesting concerns about like the growing dominance of Unreal Engine in the gaming industry.
Oh, okay. So while Unreal Engine's accessibility and features have kind of democratized game development in many ways, its growing market share does raise questions about potential risks.
Right.
Like, for instance, could it lead to a monopoly or even stifle innovation?
Yeah, and create this like homogenized look within the industry.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Right? The analysis points out that while Unreal Engine allows for this wide range of art styles, the focus on photorealism
Yeah.
could lead to a generic unreal look,
Okay.
which could stifle artistic vision and innovation.
While photorealistic graphics can be impressive,
Yeah.
it's not the only measure of artistic success.
Right.
And over-relying on photorealism could come at the expense of developing unique art styles,
Yeah.
compelling gameplay, innovative storytelling. You know,
Yes,
there's
so-
more to it than just the graphics.
Yeah, and the analysis also dives into the potential impact on the feel of certain games.
Okay.
When studios ditch their own proprietary engines for Unreal Engine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good point because every game engine has its own quirks and characteristics that contribute to the overall feel of a game.
Yeah.
And switching to a different engine, even one as powerful as Unreal Engine, could change the gameplay experience
Yeah,
in subtle but noticeable ways.
for sure.
Yeah.
And they use examples like From Software's unique combat system
Okay.
and the innovative AI in the Stalker games.
Yeah.
These elements were like tied to the studio's proprietary engines.
Oh, I see.
And it's unclear if those same nuances can be replicated in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, those examples highlight the potential challenges of moving from a custom-built engine to a more generalized platform like Unreal Engine,
Right.
where certain gameplay mechanics, AI behaviors, even the overall feel of a game can be deeply intertwined with the original engine,
Yeah.
and replicating those nuances in a new environment can be incredibly difficult.
So it makes you think, right?
It does.
Could the pursuit of stunning visuals sometimes come at the expense of,
Other important parts.
other important parts of
The-
game design and development?
Yeah, the analysis encourages us to look critically at the trade-offs involved in choosing a game engine. While Unreal Engine offers undeniable advantages in terms of visuals and accessibility,
Yeah.
developers need to carefully consider how its characteristics align with their vision for the game
Right.
and whether it might require them to compromise in other areas.
It's a lot to consider.
It is.
On one hand, we have these like incredibly powerful tools
Yeah.
that are making 3D creation more accessible than ever and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
There's those concerns.
yeah, there are these valid concerns about like homogenization
Yeah.
and the possibility of losing those like unique gameplay experiences that we've come to love.
You've summed it up perfectly.
Yeah.
As with any technological advancement,
Right.
we need to approach these tools with a critical eye, weighing both their potential benefits and drawbacks.
Yep.
Ultimately, informed decisions and a balanced approach are key to harnessing the power of 3D technology while safeguarding creative freedom and diversity.
I like that.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you. Welcome back. So before we move on, we were just discussing some of those kind of complex issues around Unreal Engine's growing dominance.
Right.
And it really is a delicate balance between those like undeniable advantages
Right.
and the potential downsides that we need to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a conversation worth having because these technologies are like changing so fast.
Yeah. Impacting so many parts of our lives that we need to be informed
Right.
and make sure we're using them responsibly and creatively.
Couldn't agree more. And that kind of leads us to another crucial point.
Okay.
Performance optimization.
Yeah.
Because even with the most powerful engines and hardware, creating these smooth and immersive 3D experiences,
Right.
it takes a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah, our YouTube source brought up issues like traversal stutter
Okay.
and shader compilation stutter.
Right.
And for the listener, these like technical hiccups can really pull you right out of the experience,
Yeah.
even if the game looks incredible.
It's true. A game can look amazing,
Yeah.
but if it's not running smoothly,
Right.
it's really going to detract from the experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how do developers make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, it's all about optimization.
Okay.
Finding that balance between visual fidelity and performance.
Okay.
The game needs to run smoothly on the intended hardware
Right.
without sacrificing visual quality. So to do this, developers have to carefully consider things like
Okay.
how many polygons are being used, the size of the textures,
Right.
the complexity of the lighting,
Yeah.
even how efficient the code is.
Wow, so it sounds like a real tightrope walk.
It is. It's a delicate balance.
Yeah,
But it's essential for creating a truly immersive and enjoyable experience.
for sure.
Yeah.
It really makes you appreciate the skill of game developers who can like create these seamless experiences.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the dedication and ingenuity of developers who
Right.
push the boundaries of what's possible while also making sure that players have a smooth, enjoyable experience.
Thinking about Unreal Engine 5, one thing that struck me was like the comparison to older games.
Okay.
The source mentioned that like games from a decade ago,
Right.
like Final Fantasy X and Super Mario 64,
Yeah,
were groundbreaking for their visuals at the time.
they were.
Now with Unreal Engine 5, achieving photorealism is almost becoming like standard.
It's true. Technology has advanced so rapidly
Yeah.
that it's completely changed our expectations
Right.
for visuals in games.
Yeah.
What we considered cutting-edge graphics a decade ago can seem almost dated
Right.
compared to what Unreal Engine 5 can do.
So does that mean we've hit the peak for graphics?
That's a good question.
Yeah. We're reaching a point where improvements in visual fidelity won't be as noticeable?
Well, it's possible.
Okay.
While technology keeps marching forward,
Right.
we might see diminishing returns when it comes to how much those advancements actually improve the visual experience for players.
Okay.
I mean, there's a limit to how much detail the human eye can perceive.
That's true.
Yeah.
The source mentioned that like future improvements might focus more on like
Okay.
performance enhancements
Yes.
rather than pushing graphical limits. So it's about making those stunning visuals run smoothly
Yeah.
on a wider range of hardware, making it accessible to more players.
Exactly. Optimization and accessibility are going to be huge factors in the future of game development.
Right.
And as technology advances, we might see a shift away from chasing photorealism. Okay. Towards creating more diverse and innovative experiences that prioritize smooth performance and engaging gameplay.
Which brings us back to the importance of artistic vision and innovation.
Absolutely.
Our YouTube source argued that this focus on graphics can sometimes overshadow other important elements of game design,
Right.
like unique art styles, engaging stories, innovative gameplay mechanics.
It's a good reminder that technology is just a tool.
Yeah.
What makes a game truly great is the creative vision of its developers, their ability to craft a world that resonates with players.
Right.
Visuals can enhance those experiences, but they shouldn't overshadow the things that make a game truly memorable.
Yeah. The source used the example of Pixar films.
Okay.
Imagine if Pixar sacrificed their distinctive art style
Right.
for photorealism.
Yeah.
Would their films have the same charm,
Right.
the same emotional impact?
It's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Pixar's success comes from their ability to blend technical brilliance with artistic storytelling. They create worlds and characters that connect with audiences of all ages.
Right.
And their unique art style is a huge part of their identity
Yeah.
and their emotional impact.
It shows how important it is to strike a balance
Yeah.
between like pushing the boundaries of graphics and staying true to your artistic vision.
Absolutely.
A game can look amazing,
Right.
but without a strong artistic direction,
Yeah.
it risks feeling empty and unoriginal.
Exactly. Artistic vision should guide how technology is used.
Right.
It should be a tool that helps achieve the creative goals of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's about using these powerful engines and tools to create something that's both visually appealing and emotionally engaging.
Right.
Something that truly stands out.
And that's why studios like From Software are so successful.
Yeah.
They've created this like distinct art style and gameplay experience that focuses on like feel and atmosphere
Right.
over pure graphical power.
From Software is a perfect example of a studio that understands the value of artistic vision.
Right.
Their games have a unique aesthetic and a gameplay style that's both challenging and rewarding. They've built a dedicated fan base that appreciates those distinct qualities.
And they've done it with their own proprietary engines.
Right.
Which they built to fit their specific needs and vision.
That's a key point.
Yeah.
Developing a proprietary engine gives a studio total control over the technology that powers their games.
Yeah.
They can tailor it to their specific needs, focus on certain features, create an experience that might be harder to achieve with a more generalized engine.
But creating a proprietary engine is a huge undertaking.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like that requires
a ton of resources.
And expertise.
It's a strategic decision.
Yeah.
Studios have to weigh the benefits of control and customization against the costs and complexities of development.
Yeah.
Not all studios have the resources or the need for a proprietary engine.
Right.
But for some, it's an investment that pays off.
Yeah.
In terms of creative freedom and unique gameplay experiences.
It's fascinating to see the different approaches the studios take to game development.
For sure.
Some prioritize accessibility and ease of use with engines like Unreal Engine, while others invest in building their own tools that cater to their specific vision.
Both approaches have their strengths.
Yeah.
What matters is that studios choose the path that best aligns with their goals, their resources, their creative vision.
Right.
Ultimately, the goal is to create a game that's both technically sound and artistically compelling.
Yeah.
Something that resonates with players and leaves a lasting impression.
It feels like we're at a turning point in game development.
It does.
Technology is advancing at this like
incredible pace.
Yeah. But it's crucial for studios to use these tools thoughtfully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like artistic vision needs to remain at the forefront.
You're right. The future of game development hinges on finding that balance between technological advancements and creative expression.
Oh, sure.
It's about using the power of engines like Unreal Engine while also promoting diversity in art styles, gameplay, and storytelling.
And that's a future I'm excited to see unfold.
Me too.
Yeah, it really is an exciting time to be like following game development.
For sure.
Technology is advancing so rapidly.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how creative developers are kind of using these tools to bring their visions to life.
Yeah.
But let's like zoom out for a second and think about like how these ideas connect back to like our everyday lives.
Okay.
What does this all mean for you, the listener?
Right.
How could these technologies shape the future of like your own industry?
That's a great question because the impact of real-time 3D goes way beyond games and entertainment. I mean, just imagine a world where architects can give you an interactive tour of a building before construction even starts.
Wow.
Or where doctors can practice complex surgeries in a virtual operating room.
Okay.
Or students can learn about history through immersive simulations.
Wow.
I mean, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
It's like we're breaking down the walls between imagination and reality.
Right.
It really makes you wonder what the future holds.
Exactly. And as these technologies become even more accessible and affordable, we're going to see them integrated into even more aspects of our lives.
Absolutely. Like think about education, for example.
Okay.
Imagine students learning about the human body by exploring a 3D model that they can like interact with.
Right.
Or history lessons that come to life through these immersive recreations of historical events.
It's like taking those textbook diagrams,
Yeah.
turning them into something dynamic and engaging.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It could completely change how we learn.
It really could. And that's just one example.
Yeah.
Think about the potential in manufacturing,
Okay.
where designers and engineers can collaborate on virtual prototypes, testing and refining their designs in a simulated environment before they even start building anything physical.
Yeah.
Or in healthcare, where doctors can use virtual reality to practice surgical procedures, improving their skills and reducing risks for patients.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Wow.
And it's only going to become more prevalent.
It's incredible to think about all the possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From like the incredible power and versatility of Unreal Engine and Twinmotion to like the potential impact these technologies could have on various industries.
Yeah.
It's clear that we're on the cusp of a new era in 3D technology. one that promises to blur the lines between the virtual and the real.
For sure.
But it's important to remember that technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
That's right.
As these tools become more powerful, we need to be mindful of the potential consequences
All right.
and strive to use them responsibly and ethically.
You're absolutely right. We need to have these open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of these technologies. We need to make sure we're developing them and using them in a way that benefits society as a whole. That means considering things like data privacy, accessibility, and the potential for bias.
And it means thinking critically about the role of technology in our lives.
Absolutely.
And making sure we're using it to create a better future.
Yeah.
Not just a more visually impressive one.
Well said. As we move forward, we need to remember that the real magic isn't in the technology itself, but in the creativity and ingenuity of the people who use it.
Great.
It's the human element, the artists, the designers, the developers, the dreamers, who will ultimately shape the future of 3D technology.
So to wrap things up, we encourage you to stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop questioning the world around you.
That's great advice.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be the one to create the next groundbreaking innovation in 3D.
That's right.
That's it for this deep dive.
Okay.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time.